Alright. Hello, hello. I solved this puzzle. So let me just, like, redo the solution, I guess. So basically, this is the start, as expected. And then the thing I didn't realize was that if you just blow up this block, things are very different. Never really came to that step. Right. Oh shoot, I forgot to grab that guy. Yeah, so I was trying to just do things that I hadn't really done before, and getting this guy to land here was new. Didn't know what I was going to do, but then I pretty quickly realized that this was different. And then I can just do this. Oh yeah, also this does not solve the puzzle. You die on the goal. Good to know, I guess. Alright. So I think now I'm down to one puzzle in vines and one puzzle in ice that I haven't solved. I actually don't think I've, like, completed this world yet. Yeah. Congratulations, Initiate. With this ritual, you finish your work on the Island of Ice. Just as the ice monster freezes only that which stands diagonally, so shall you learn to see future problems from a new angle. Just as the ice block sinks in water to form a bridge, so shall the things you have learned here carry you to previously unreachable realms of thought. Fifth phase in your training is now complete. Okay. Is it worth, like, looking at these puzzles a little bit more? I haven't had any epiphanies, so probably not. 5, 6. Okay. Wait, which one is 6? I guess it's this one. Fun. Some weird slime monster. Great. Alright, what is going on in here? Looks like someone was in the middle of an experiment and never came back to clean it up. Notebook on the table is covered with a series of intimidating formulas, the last line of which is equals blob. Carl. Oh. Paper titles. The ends justify the blobs. Blob and Nothingness, an essay on blobological biology. The unbearable lightness of blob. Blob there, done that. Meet your new slippery slime friend. Carl, you know we can't use any of these, right? Nothing in this cabinet has a label, so it's anyone guess whose stuff it is. Fume hood is full of beakers, beans submerged in dangerous-looking chemicals. There's probably an ad there that I didn't read. From Carl to Tradition Project on Site. Artificial Island up and running. Team, I am very pleased to announce that the first artificial islands are working splendidly. Everything has gone better than I would have hoped, and I invite you to come to the lab and take a look at your earliest convenience. It seems our guest was correct. Whatever process created the puzzles in the other islands has worked here as well. Both islands are now full of puzzles. To commemorate the occasion, I have ordered several replicas of those little gems in the archways of the puzzles. Charlene, we should discuss reimbursement for this at some point. Once they arrive, I'd like to invite anyone who's interested to join me, placing them on our new islands. From Carl to Frank. Of course they care about straight lines, straight diagonal lines of length 2. Anyway, thank you so much for the kind words, Frank. I think your work here has been exemplary as well. You have a bright future ahead of you in this field. In response to, hi Carl, I love how this turned out, really cool. You said this was the first monster that doesn't pay attention to straight lines, but what about the ice monsters? You can stand right next to them, no problem. I really just wanted to congratulate you again on this. I hope to get to work on something this cool myself someday. Vertically oriented bean sequences. On the recommendation of the faculty, and by virtue of the authority vested in them, the trustees of the university have conferred on Charlene Clarissa Dalton the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, the Department of Bean Studies, and have granted this diploma as evidence thereof. There's a blank piece of paper stuffed between two of the couch cushions. Comfortable-looking chair. Dear Professor Dalton, congratulations. We're delighted to inform you that your grant proposal, Tradition Project, has been approved in the amount requested. This offer is contingent on your agreement to use of the funds only as specified in the approved proposal, cooperate with the Foundation in efforts to publicize the results of your research, keep adequate records accounting for all appropriated funds, respond in timely fashion to all requests from the Foundation for information about the project. If you agree to these terms, please sign and return this letter to our offices. From Howard H. Legume, President of the Legume Foundation. Why do they have so many computers? I feel like every person has, like, had emails sent to and from them on, like, just different computers. Maybe I'm not paying enough attention. Alright, I'm gonna have to break a rule against talking about work in these emails. This week has been kind of rough, and I can't really talk to anyone here about it. The Legume Foundation just said they're not extending our grant for another year, and we were really counting on that money. I had just approved a new project that my postdoc Carl was really excited about. It's going really well, which is great news for the team, but it's also going to take money I don't think we have. It would break my heart to have to send everyone home early. 2 grad students we brought on have been doing such great work, and I know they'd be crushed. They would be crushed. We'll have to come up with something, but I have no idea what it's going to be. Anyway, I don't need you to solve anything for me. It just feels good to tell somebody. Wait. From Charlene to someone she's related to. Moon Foundation said they're not extending our grant. I guess that happened later. The drawers of the cabinet are filled with hanging file folders, but they're completely empty. This is a scale model of a puzzle. The figurines look like they were carved by hand. Carl. The original 6 monsters all seem to be built around straight lines. It seems like there should be some design space left on the table if we drop this requirement, so I've only had one idea in this direction so far, but there must be more. Bean mechanics in the lab. Theory meets experiment. The jars in this cabinet that aren't holding beans are filled to the brim with some sort of purple ooze. It's impossible to imagine what this enormous machine could possibly do, but whatever it is, it's still doing it. Name brainstorming. Gloopy Blorble Puppy? Why? Was this Frank? Blob. Best so far. Slippery Slime Friend. Purple Bean Machine. On an organic theory of puzzle creation. One of the great outstanding problems in bean studies is the means by which the puzzles in the temple were formed. It's often remarked that the question commonly known as the puzzle problem is especially vexing, that we simultaneously know nothing about its solution while also possessing irrefutable evidence that a solution exists in the form of the puzzles themselves. In this paper, we introduce a method by which we believe stands to make progress on this stubborn problem for the first time. We propose bypassing the question of the puzzle's ultimate origins and instead growing new puzzles in situ. What? That's a word I don't know. An approach described in records from the time of the temple's so-called Golden Age. See the brilliant new translation. While it would fall short of full solution, a successful implementation of this program should provide invaluable data for future research. Okay, so when they said the original 5, original 6? We've got a group here. We've got, we know 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And bomb. Where is bomb? I don't know. Not there, apparently. Unless that was like the star thing that was just a bomb exploding. No, this is a blob. Welcome to the island of blobs. Mm-hmm. Okay. It does seem to be following me around. It's like when I got next to it, it changed its behavior. Just seems to constantly try to walk to where I am, I guess. I'm guessing it like transforms into whatever goes next to it, but I'm not really seeing a way to like make use of this at the moment. Okay, let's try putting it next to some other things. I don't know. Okay, that didn't work. What about the block? Oh, and also, what happens if there's, like, multiple things at the same time? That's a question that I'm sure we're not answering right now. Oh, of course. Oh, and now that it's no longer next to me, it, like, untransforms. Okay. Oh, but this... Okay, that one just actually is for good. Okay. Welcome to the island of blobs. From Carl to Michelle. Hi. Okay, let's read the... Hi, Carl. This is amazing. When you said you'd be making an artificial island, I had no idea you were picturing a whole new monster. It seems like the puzzles turns out great, too. How would you feel about working together on the next one? I have some ideas for a new type of monster I'd love the chance to try. Absolutely. I think the project could really benefit from your help. How about we meet in the lab tomorrow morning and you can tell me your idea? Okay. Extender. Yeah, that's quite a bit too short. That happened, like, instantly. Okay. Yeah, okay. Understood. Understood, but... how do I save the red bean from its fate here? If I could get over here in time and then shoot the bean out, we'd be good, but... can't shoot through these guys, unsurprisingly. Oh. Wait, no, that doesn't help at all. Oh. I'll just move this guy later, I think. Okay. Sneaking around. Wait, why did it do that? It shot it. That's kind of weird. I don't think it had to, but maybe it did. Maybe it's not just standing next to it for... wait, how am I actually gonna do this? Okay, okay, so it doesn't have to be next to it. It needs to be attacked by it, I guess? Because that has been a consistent rule, I think. Except for, like, human, but kind of? I'm attacking it just by being in its presence. That's a lot of blobs. Okay, well, let's Being attacked by an ice thing would be like the same as being frozen though, so like which is it? Definitely is frozen. Yeah. So perhaps once it's out of the ice, it transforms? Yeah, oh god. Okay. I of course chose like the worst possible like row to start doing this in. And then one more. And hopefully this positioning like works out. We can make it work. Okay. Cleaning up. Okay, how does a slime get attacked by a bucket or a bomb? Oops. Okay, just by getting tapped by it. That makes some sense. Huh? Oh. Oh, shoot. Yeah, fair enough. I don't know if I'm going to be able to test that just yet. Okay, I see the problem. Where do I place the slime such that it is in line of sight of a bean, but can also get hit by a moving bucket that's in line of sight of another bean? It's gotta be down here somewhere. Because these rows are adjacent, but the columns are not. Does that make sense? What happens if, it's like following me when it gets hit? I don't think I quite know that yet. That takes precedence. Is that a good thing? Wait. Crap. Right. This was all just very dumb because no, it has to come from above for sure. But how do I create like an extra gap? It's a bucket standing on top of a bean. It has to walk into the bean to pick it up. The more you know. Okay. What if this guy was here, and then... No. I thought I had an idea, but it kind of left me. And this doesn't obviously get them into the right row, but... So the idea was something like this, but I know it doesn't work. Have this guy in this row, and then... have you here. Oh wait, okay, it didn't clone the bean. That would have been cool. And then like push him to get the other thing. But... and then the idea was... like remove the bean and then have the other guy like get it. If this was like a swap situation where this guy was going up and down here, he picks up the bean on the way to this and then can drop the bean, he jumps in the water, this guy picks it up. But the fact that the beans are higher here and lower here instead of the opposite, why does that matter? No. That's not the problem. The problem is that this is the one that's close enough to push it to the left, but it's the closer one, which is the problem. So, yeah, that doesn't work. If only it cloned the bean. That would have been crazy. Well... this also doesn't help, but it is like an extension of this that's like... even slightly closer, I think. With that, I can actually create the monster. But that's still not good enough. difficulty 1. What interaction have I, like, not tried yet? Or what am I forgetting about the buckets? Yeah, this obviously accomplished absolutely nothing. I could have gotten this guy out to that spot anyway, and it's not in a spot I want it to be in. Is there any spot that I couldn't get a slime to? Not really. Oh, hold on. Oh, hold on. Okay. This'll work. Okay. Working your way there. Alright, what is the interaction? And why are these guys... Okay. Why are these beans orange? Oh god, what happens if I have like 2 of them? I see. I mean, yeah. This has gotta be right, but... Yeah, this'll work. This'll work. No, just kidding. I can't actually push that guy. There's one tile higher than I could, but then it wouldn't trigger an explosion. So... it's kind of no good. Okay. Yeah. Oh, but that doesn't get it, like, walking. Shoot. Oh, this is fine. It's gonna go back and forth. Okay, yeah, this works. Alright. Excellent. Because I have to, like, go into this region before I can start looking at the puzzles, maybe? Maybe not. Field notes. Aw, it thinks it's people. These remind me so much of my puppy back at home. I still can't believe you just went with Blob for the name. 333422. Yeah. Scarce resources. Indeed. What the heck? I have 2 puzzles remaining in previous areas total, I think. What does the blob do? It, does a lot of things. It becomes whatever, like, hits it. And also has all sorts of weird movement properties when it's not. Ow. How do I get it to stay here without following me? Not actually sure about that one. Maybe I don't need to. Well, no, I kind of do, but only kind of. I guess I can use it to, like, create more beans somehow. Sort of. Yeah. In this case... That did not create more beans. Oh, but it did cause an explosion without consuming beans. Oh, Jesus. Okay. So every single action I do, at least up until the end, is gonna have to, like, look like that. Yeah. Nope. I don't have enough beans. Seems to be the best I can do. Ah, this doesn't work. I kind of saw that coming, but... well, we're kind of at the end of the line here. Guessing I need to do something different. Maybe I can just send one of these guys. Yeah. Okay. Does the blob explode as a bomb when they hit? They become a bomb when they hit an explosion. Tiny island. I see that's not great. Although if I froze it, that would be good. Yuck. Okay. Yeah, I guess I have no qualms with letting this guy see me. For now. How am I going to do this? No, maybe I did want him to not see me. I need him to be, like, here. At least at some point. And maybe this corner is a bad idea because it'll, like, block off. Yeah. Let's try and think about putting it over here instead. Now, this might not be the only idea, just in general, but... Oh, wait. Hold on. No, never mind. That's not gonna work. Okay, first things first, let's get this guy... Oh no, I can't have him go up and down, he'll kill me. There is actually no other choice than to have this guy come out at the start. Okay. Fair enough. Okay, well then with that in mind, maybe I should be trying to do, like... something like this. Wait. Oh, I actually don't know if I've seen this interaction yet. Does a freeze guy freeze a freeze guy? No, of course not. I'm pretty sure I could have tried this like a million times, and I probably have seen it without, like, making the connection, but... Yeah, see, if he could just roll a little bit before setting this up, then this would freeze the cloud and I'd have a solution, but... Now, another completely different idea, which might work, but it might not because of the way that the ice is to freeze this guy, kill it, and then basically replace the two beans and have this guy be pushed into the river. But if you could push this guy in, it's always going to be from, like, a frozen spot, so I don't know how you would move in there yourself. Well, wait. Oh well, or have the roller move in themselves, because that would also work. Just set it like outside, and then have it see you across the water. It would roll across an ice bridge and land on here, but it would always freeze. I don't think there's any spot where, I mean, these are the 4 spots, and no matter what. If the ice guy can freeze him there, it would be blocking the path. Well, what if it was like this? How am I even gonna defeat this guy, though? I made it sound like it was easy, but... I don't think I can reclaim the bean in this situation. Without getting, like, horribly trapped. Wait. Where did its bean go? What? Oh, it doesn't have a recipe. Oh. That's new. Okay, well that plan is a complete dud then. That's fine. If anything, that's good. Because this is starting to seem weird, but... Interesting. Yeah, it probably has, and I just didn't realize. Like, once again, it probably has happened, but I didn't. It didn't matter, that was for sure. I don't think it's ever mattered. It's not in a way that I was conscious of. I've never intentionally killed something just to see it not drop a bean. That was the first time that has occurred. Okay, so I Do you think I need a way to slide an ice block into the roller in such a way that it breaks on one of the four corners of the pond here? Or have the roller slide the block into me in such a way that it breaks in one of the four corners of the pond. I don't see how one of those is any easier than the other, but... yeah, okay. Yeah, this doesn't really seem super doable. Like, no matter what happens, I have to, like, walk all the way around the lake to get on the other side of the block. To have some kind of, like, solution in motion here. Okay, no, I was gonna say, can I use the blob to block this guy's movement to, like, change his patterns at all? But then I won't be able to get the second, ice, which is kind of like the whole point. I can make a second roller, in other words, but I don't think that helps. And maybe it does. Because now they can start, like, blocking each other. But, again, the same problem. Even if I could, like, freeze one of them, push him into the water, the other one's never going to be able to roll in. Because the ice beam is going to be blocking it. I don't think this is right. I think the solution where I create an ice monster in one of the four corners by having a blob become it, by breaking it as an ice cube, is the solution. I just can't see how to do that very easily. Or at all. I see it. Oops. Wait. Learning to fly, airlock, and garden of goo. Okay, so this needs like some kind of a an up and down. This requires me to have a red bean at the end of the puzzle. Or something that can be killed to become a red bean. A lot of overlapping recipe colors here. And I could probably, like, trade bean colors in some fashion here as well. Like, can I create more reds? Probably. At the cost of purples, maybe? Huh. Yeah, that definitely cost me a lot of purples. There might have been a smarter way. Does that even help? I don't know, but it's interesting. Unfortunately, this is like opposite what I would want. I would want it to be down naturally for this first two, and then like have a bean here, and then do like some kind of cloud chaining to wake up the bean and then let me through, but it's the opposite of that, so somehow I have to have a monster like hanging out here that I can kill, which from over here, like activate it once I'm over here, or have something that is in motion that takes long enough that I can get over here. Oh, okay, one other idea. Yeah, this would work. Maybe... Okay, hold on. Get my beans back. Like, two different kind of starting states here, but if I had a blob here... Oh god, how would I get it to stay? Okay, like this. If I had a blob here, and then... a cloud was formed later on with some kind of cloud chain, which I'm actually not seeing how to even do that at the moment, but... Wait, this might just be the solution then. It's close. Shoot, bookmark. Okay. Yeah, it does that in 2 turns. Shoot. I mean, this is the plan. I get over there, and then this guy gets freed, or whatever, and... I guess I was thinking of using a roller, but actually the fact that this kind of goes up like this before here makes that not really work. What other ways could I block this guy? Oh, roller up top. Duh. Okay, that's gonna work. Just how do I... Wait, I can just get him now. That's just safe. Okay, okay. Yeah, this is it. Awesome. Okay. Uh-oh. I need to hold down this switch. Which basically means I need to get over there, shoot it, and then get back. I guess. This could be a similar solution then. It could not be, I don't know yet. But what happens if I just try to set that up without thinking too much about it? Right, how am I gonna get back? We have a bomb. Oh, shoot. Probably. I mean, yeah, why not? What's wrong with this? Right. That's fine. That's fine. Kind of. I'm creating like the cloud trap of my own design here. How devastating. I don't know what this extra one is used for. This seems like it's gonna work. Just kidding. Is that what the extra bean is for? I don't exactly see how to make this work, because I can't shoot that position. But it's definitely interesting. Wait, oh no, this could work. This could work. Whoa. That's crazy. Alright, Garden of Goo. Really got some, like, Technicolor going on here. What am I even trying to do? Wake something up here. Which I can't do at the moment because it's... got bad beans on it. And also, what do we take first? Figure that out. We take red first. Well, that's good. There's not actually that much I can do right now, so this does kind of feel like what I need to be doing, but... Yeah, just take it all. I think I needed to stop him from grabbing that other bean. Or, like, the orange one. Need to wake it up in time or something. I can't really quite turn that into a cloud at the moment. I can have him grab me instead. Classic. I mean, it feels like a good start until I realize that I'm, like, out of... like beans at that point. I mean, I don't know. Have I made progress? Feels like a new puzzle now. But how in the world am I ever going to get anything over here? I guess if we had a bomb walk over there, that would work. Maybe. Hold on. I don't know. If I had a bomb here, I'd have to push it over there and then somehow get all the way up here before it... Yeah, that's not gonna work. I haven't made single use of the cloud yet. Can I do a thing where I, like, make more beans or something here? I do have one cloner, one blob. I could turn the blob into a bomb. A slightly closer bomb. think that's useful, but... Like, if I did this, and this, and this, and this, and this... Now I have more stuff to work with, but I don't have a blob, so I kind of can't... get a vine here anymore. That was a bit of the beauty of this. There's actually just no way to get a blob back in this puzzle. Once I've used an orange bean, that blob is either going to stay a blob or it's going to transform into something else, at which point I don't get the orange bean back. Can't kill the blob as a blob, as far as we're aware. If I could drop a cloud somewhere here, that would also kind of solve it. But I don't have beans for that. Or a way to do it. Yeah, no, that just costs me beans. What can I accomplish with this explosion? I guess we didn't have to be in this column. Could be, like, anywhere. Is there a reason that, like, another spot would be better or worse? can't really do this because I can't get the vine to attack him from above here, but... Let's say we put it here because this just feels suspicious. Oh, but then there's the problem of the bomb. I'm gonna go for that instead of going for... So maybe that does actually make this specific spot like the best because it's equidistant from below and from the blue bean. I don't see any way to get a bean over here. The only bean carrier I have is the vines, and those like pull towards, not away. And I guess very indirectly the slime could be considered a bean carrier as well, but I can't get it quite that far over there. It's about the best I can do. Ah, jeez. Yeah, crap. Interesting. I can't really leave it behind here because of the way that this is laid out. Obviously does nothing for me, but it's interesting. Back from the jaws of death. Oh, here's something I haven't done. Okay. Yeah, this is gonna solve it. GG. Icy circle. Oh god, it's huge. Why is this level so big? You do seem to be a little in the way there. I mean, kind of obvious, like, oh god. Jeez. Thing to attempt is to get... like the bucket's going as a bridge here. Oh shoot. And then what? I don't know. That's why it's an attempt. Like, that's very cool. And it does prevent this guy from defeating me, but... there's now other problems, as it turns out. If I could... get him, like, here instead, that would be perfect. But... that would require an extra bean or something. This, like, weird part of slime here is interesting. Is there something I can do? Like, why is this like this? Don't know. Don't know why this is like this. I'm gonna push... maybe, somehow, push something into the water here. Yeah, I guess I could have an ice... this guy could be here? It's probably the best I can do. And then I would be able to... push buckets down, like, this way, but... I guess getting a guy here would actually be just as good as here. Is that possible in any way? I'm not seeing like exactly what the purpose of creating like a two-way bridge is, though. Dang. What happens if an ice cube bumps into a blob? I don't think I know what that does yet. Okay. Wait a second. This is such a magical spot here. May not be good enough, but it's definitely very magical. And that it allows me to get buckets both down the one side and then also... If only I could block this. Because, and I do have like one more bucket. It's not completely implausible. Oh. No, I don't think whatever I just considered actually helps. But let me set it up just to make sure that I'm not barking up the wrong tree here. No, this is definitely wrong. Wait, no, I do still have one more bucket. This is definitely wrong. Because I only have one more bucket. Oh. Oh, but I can't actually go there. Gosh. Okay, maybe this is an even more magical spot. But only maybe. Is this... Am I gonna be able to get around if I put this here? No, this doesn't go low enough. Okay. Wait, hold on. That's not the end of the world, I think. This kind of doesn't work because I can't push a bucket down from here. Although in theory... No. What if it was here? I don't know how I'm gonna get it here, but what if it was here? That would allow me to create a bridge and walk on it. But it's a little far. If it was here. That's also not possible as far as I can tell, but... That's just bad. At least I can always recollect the beans from this position, but... Okay. Dude, this is so stupid. This is gonna solve it. Oh my god. Okay. That was something. That was definitely a thing. Indestructible. Sunken drawbridge. Alright, what do we got going here? I need to place a purple bean over here. There's no way for me to reclaim purple, so I really only have one blob to work with here. Okay. What? Huh? What's the, why does this not work? Let's find out. Okay, I understand. Bro, what the heck? Apparently there's like a situation where these guys can trap you, which I haven't encountered yet. Okay, well, can I like freeze it to death and then get the heck out? That seems to be not a bad approach. Okay, putting this here is gonna block like hacking everything, so that's not good. Oh yeah, I suppose if I would be able to freeze it, then I would be in just as much trouble myself trying to get back. So maybe that's no good. What about a vine? That would work. Probably. Oh no, I actually still can't wake this up. For some reason I thought I'd be able to at least shoot a beam around it, but no, I can't. Okay. If I had an ice cube in like any of these spots, I would be free. Like anywhere around, like just anywhere really, anywhere that's adjacent to this like whole like landmass thing, except for like maybe here and these spots. There's a lot of places that if I could put an ice cube, I would be free. Unfortunately, I kind of only get one ice cube on this puzzle. With the beans, and it's gonna be a vine guy. Like, effectively I get one ice guy, one vine guy, and one blob. Oh. And the blob can also be an ice cube. Right. Okay, so no, I could have another ice cube. So, like, if I put it... No, this spot actually doesn't help. Dang. What is going on here? Yeah, okay, no, these two spots... No, this spot would help. What am I saying? This spot would help. This spot I don't think would help. Does this, like, block off my escape route, though? Yeah, it also blocks off my ice cube route. Where can I even place this guy that doesn't ruin my life? Here. Here. Oh, I'm dumb. Only kind of though. Like, cool, now I have this ice block, but now I don't have a way to freeze the blob. So I do kind of need to leave the ice guy alone. Or retrievable somehow. Oh, what if... I don't know how this interaction works. Let's try it. Okay, so it's about this guy getting eaten. Like, is the blob gonna freeze, or is the ice thing gonna get, like, destroyed first? The ice thing got destroyed first. There was no point at which it was on this tile and creating an X of ice, was the question. Okay, that's fine. This is like a similar idea, but worse. Because now I can't... No, this wasn't really going to work to begin with, but... Definitely worse. Because once this guy was frozen here, I wasn't going to be able to push him over anyway. That was the plan. Trying to create some kind of situation here where the vine drags the ice, which moves the ice ray in such a way that it hits the blob up here, so I can create a path out, while simultaneously being grabbed onto the vine in a way that I can push the vine onto the left here. Not really seeing it though. Because somehow I need to wake up the vine late, and I can't do that up here because I don't ever get line of sight with it again, and I can't do it here because then I can't push it to the left. And I can't do it anywhere else because it's like water. so it's probably not the idea. This is a bit of an interesting spot. This, like, almost works. But it's the same problem as before, where the vine is now too low. Oh, and also I'm in the way. Wait, this isn't actually death. But I don't think there's any way I can free myself in this situation. What is the point of this tile? I feel like maybe if I could figure that out, I'd be in a bit of a better position, but... Dang, this is actually real close. But it's definitely not gonna get me there. Wait, what about here? I never tried right in front of the door. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. And I didn't actually do this spot because I knew it wasn't going to work out, but this gets me the furthest that I've like been in this puzzle. I guess you could say. I have like most of the pieces needed to solve it at this point. Wait. Yeah, no, it's not quite there. Yeah. This is the spot it needs to be, and unfortunately I don't think I can put an ice block there. And then, like, still have enough beans to do everything else. How am I supposed to grow that now, though? Like, imagine I did. This guy would get pulled up, and then... Oh, no, this is still the same kind of bad distance. Shoot. Okay, well, if it was here, and then pulled this guy up... when it was here, I could freeze him here. Yeah, but then I wouldn't be able to push this guy to the left. This here, same problem. What about here? Then it's too far away in this direction. Just like trying to search for moves I haven't thought of yet. gonna work. I don't have like time to shoot both of these things. Oh. Okay, that's kind of amazing. Wait. Why did it prefer me this time and not the ice cube? Oh no, because I am closer. Never mind. My bad. This guy would have to be here to even compete, and I'm not sure what the order of operations there is. I'm not sure if it's based on the monster or direction or what. Okay, what if they're all the way down on the bottom? Then this wouldn't accomplish anything. Probably. Shoot. Yeah, that's right. I mean, this is obviously bad, but let's pretend that I, like, somehow conjured up an extra bean. Can't even hit this guy, though. Alright, we need to look at a different puzzle. This isn't working. Entryway. I could have done that without even blowing up the first block, really. Yeah, okay. Okay. That wasn't so bad. The one across the way here is like impossible though, for me. Devoted companions and indestructible, and then the rest of these I probably can unlock by just going north a little bit. A little bit more. What the heck? I don't know at what point this like map region is accessible, but okay. From the desk of Carl. Designing the blob has given me much deeper appreciation for the subtleties of these puzzles than I had before. It must have been so exciting to be an initiate here back when the tradition was at its peak. Okay, what kind of... That was a lot of 5-bean puzzles. Devoted companions. Oh, okay. Yeah. This is fine. We can make use of this interesting fact that I discovered earlier. And then... Oh, shoot. That was almost good. It would be the same over here. Although, I would be able to get out a little bit quicker, potentially. That might just be all I need. Wait, was this like mega dumb of me? Probably. I think this guy's just stuck over here now. Forever. Interesting. No, that was clearly false. Why did I think that? So dumb. Okay, hold on. Oh, no. That was kind of true. Get back to safety here, and then make a bookmark. First step of the puzzle is like undoubtedly complete. That clearly wasn't going to work, but I wonder if this guy's a little bit closer, if I can somehow force my way through. No. That was probably about the fastest I could go. Just thinking, if I could use the one tile while the bucket is walking over here to get across the top instead, then I'd be able to set it up, but it seems like I don't have time for that either. It's not even really that close. This, of course, doesn't help because this guy is no longer a blob. Alright, that's fine. I need to probably call it quits here for tonight, so thanks for watching, and I will see you guys around. Peace.